In this video, we're going over some of the best settings to use here in Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone. If you're looking to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, you came to the right video. And by the way, if you need help leveling up all your weapons but don't have enough time to play, Mitch Cactus has you covered. They offer services such as max leveling all of your weapons and even unlocking camo challenges all the way up to Dark Matter. So for cheap, reliable, and safe Black Ops 6 services, check out Mitch Cactus, and you can use my discount code EARS to save off your purchase. Link is at the top of the description. As you can see, I play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC with one paddle on the back, the short paddle set up for jumping. But these settings are going to work no matter what controller you're playing with and also no matter what console you're playing on. And keep in mind, even if you have a regular controller that doesn't have paddles, these settings are going to be perfect. Now for the button layout, I highly recommend playing on Tactical. Tactical is going to be amazing, remapping your crouch as well as your prone button by just pressing down on the right thumbstick. This is going to be allowing you to get in and out of cover a lot easier and perform a drop shot while still being able to aim down sight, so you could win a lot more close and medium range gunfights. Overall, a great button layout to play on. I've been playing on Tactical since Call of Duty World at War, and I have not yet switched. And back in World at War, I was playing with a regular controller as well. Now, for the horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity, I highly recommend playing within that 1.2 to 1.6 sensitivity range. I recommend this on every single settings video. This is going to be the perfect range so you can still outgun players at close range but be accurate at long ranges as well, because long ranges is where people are going to fall short. It's where they're going to be losing a lot of gunfights. The 1.2 to 1.6 range is going to be roughly a 4 to a high 7 sensitivity, which is going to be perfect because you can still turn on players at close ranges and obviously be accurate at longer ranges. Whether you're playing with an Xbox Elite controller, a PS4, PS5, a controller that doesn't have paddles, this is going to be perfect if you're trying to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill. Make sure you guys make the switch. Now, everything else here is going to be the same. I have my vibration turned off. I personally like to go ahead and turn off vibration so there's no unnecessary play in my controller that could potentially throw off my aim and accuracy at longer ranges. You don't want that to happen. And here are my dead zone settings, but keep in mind dead zone settings are going to be specific to your own controller as well as your controller health, because you might have stick drift or not. So definitely take a look at these controller settings. Now, under the aiming settings tab, you absolutely want to make some changes. For the sensitivity multiplier, you want to reduce your ADS multiplier from 1.0 to 0.7. This is going to be very important so you have less stick play, especially in your right thumbstick, so you can be a lot more accurate at longer ranges. This is going to be a setting you're going to make a change to and see an immediate improvement, and it's going to be a massive W, especially if you've been struggling with winning those medium to long range engagements. Now, for aiming advanced settings, what you want to do is expand the look inversion, and you want to make sure ADS sensitivity transition timing is set to instant, so there is no delay. If you do not go ahead and set this to instant, you're going to have a delay. It's going to be incredibly annoying, and you're going to be losing a lot of close, medium, and long range gunfights, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure you guys go ahead and make that adjustment. Now, what you also want to do here is go ahead and adjust your aim response curve type. Personally, I go ahead and keep it on standard. I know some people have already switched to linear or dynamic. The reason I go ahead and keep this on standard, in all reality, if you are playing on linear or dynamic, I do recommend reverting to standard, is because this is going to be the easiest way to abuse the aim assist here in Black Ops 6. At a moment's notice, they can go ahead and adjust how the aim assist works in Call of Duty. They've done it in Modern Warfare 3. They've done it at the beginning of Black Ops 6. This is going to be a safety net so you can be as accurate as possible and be as consistent as possible from game to game, so you're not waking up one day and having everything thrown off. They've done it twice already. That's exactly why I recommend playing on standard. Everything else is going to be the same. Obviously, target aim assist is going to be kept on, and my motion behavior is going to be shut off. For movement settings, I play with tactical sprint assist turned on, and when you do go ahead and make this change, which I personally recommend doing, it's one less button you have to press. Make sure your sprint assist delay is going to be set to 0, so again, there is no delay. Mantle assist is turned off, crouch assist is turned off, corner slice is turned off, and slide dive behavior is going to be set to hybrid, so you can have full control of the Omni movement and you're not making any unnecessary movements which could potentially lead you to lose a gunfight. You don't want to be mantling over something, on the ground on accident. It's happened before, so that's exactly why I play with the settings that are on, so I can essentially go ahead and control the movement and obviously win as many gunfights as possible. Technically, I guess I play with the settings that are turned off, because I have a lot of settings here that are shut off that you may have turned on. Go ahead and try these out. You're probably gonna see a drastic improvement on how you control the movement here in Black Ops 6. Everything else here is gonna be the same. I've not made any other adjustments. Now for the combat settings, the only thing that I have went ahead and adjusted is I have my C4 detonation set to 1 by 1. So I don't have to go ahead and throw both of them at the same time to detonate the C4. This is going to be honestly something that might be helpful in Warzone. And that's going to be it here. Definitely go ahead and check out these settings. Now, for the graphics settings, I highly recommend playing within that 100 to 120 FOV range. Not only is this going to be giving you a bigger picture, but when you couple this with the affected ADS field of view, it's going to mirror whatever iron sight or optic you have for your FOV. Now, let's say you're running an iron sight, you're going to be seeing it in 120. Let's say you're running an optic like a red dot, you're going to be seeing it in 120, and this is going to be allowing you to control recoil, or theoretically control recoil, a lot easier at longer ranges. What it really is going to be doing is removing a lot of the visual recoil so you can be a lot more accurate. If you're ever wondering how higher skilled players, streamers, YouTubers seem like they have no recoil, definitely go ahead and play within that 100 to 120 FOV and have affected selected. You're gonna see a drastic improvement with your aim, accuracy, and gun skill, especially at longer ranges, and that's where everything is going to count. Now, you do want to go ahead and adjust your world motion blur, turn this off, weapon motion blur, turn this off, first person camera movement, and third person camera movement. Third person is kind of irrelevant, but I kind of go ahead and keep these the same. You want to have this at 50%. This is going to be allowing your screen to not shake as much. So if you are playing on a small map or a lot of explosions are going off, this is going to remove a lot of that screen shake so you can kind of stay in the action, and it's not going to be nearly as annoying. And then finally, I do go ahead and have inverted flashbang turned on so things aren't nearly as frustrating when you do get flashbang here in Black Ops 6, which happens quite often. Now, let me know down in the comment section after going ahead and making these changes and jumping into a game. Come back and let me know how you do after switching from whatever FOV you were at to that 100 to 120 FOV range, and also making the switch to affected. Now, for the audio settings, they don't call me ears for nothing. You do want to make some changes under the master game volume. I keep this at 100, but you do want to adjust your gameplay music volume. Turn that down to at least 30. It is loud. It's going to be a lot easier for you to hear gunfire as well as footsteps when you're locked in with the master game volume. Now, everything else here is going to be the same, but I do recommend playing on headphones bass boost. This is going to be jacking up the sounds of footsteps as well as gunfire, so you can essentially figure out where people are at without the use of a UAV, which is a massive W if you're trying to secure your first nuke, or at the very least go on some streaks. Definitely go ahead and make this change. If you've been playing with a headset, if you have a headset you've bought within the last 7 years, I have Astro A40 TRs that I got back in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare years ago. I think honestly at this point probably a decade ago or more. Definitely check this setting out. It's going to be amazing. Now, everything else is going to be the same. I've not made any other adjustments. Under the voice chat, I do have my push to talk turned on for obvious reasons, so I'm not going ahead and annoying the lobby. And finally, for the interface settings, the only thing I recommend doing is going over to the gameplay HUD and adjusting your mini map shape to square. This is going to be very important because not only are you going to be getting a bigger picture, but it is going to be a lot easier for you to read and interpret the mini map, which is going to be allowing you to predict where people are going to be at before they actually do spawn, or when they do spawn in, you can understand traffic patterns and place yourself in the best possible areas on the map to get as many kills as possible, stay alive, and secure your first nuke. You have to go ahead and make this change. Do not play on circle. These are going to be the absolute best settings you should be running here in Black Ops 6 as of right now, as well as Warzone. Now, what I want you guys to do immediately before you jump into your next game is adjust your horizontal and your vertical stick sensitivity. Make sure you guys are playing within that 1.2 to 1.6 sensitivity range. This is going to have a drastic improvement on your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill. And what I also want you guys to do is go back over to your graphic settings and immediately adjust your field of view and have it within that 100 to 120 FOV range and play unaffected. You're going to see a drastic improvement, and this is going to change your gameplay forever. If you enjoy the content and this video helps you out, feel free. Drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.